Let's delve into it, starting with the world of tennis. Yes, the women's season-ending championship is ongoing, talking about the WTA finals, and we had Kasatkina in action at the wee hours of this morning. Daria Kasatkina edging out Coco Gauff in straight sets to knock out the American teenager who is now out of the competition. You also had Swiatek, participating in the competition and booking a place in the next round, talking about the semi-final of the competition. For Daria Kasatkina, it was a straight sets victory, as I said, 7-6, 8-6, 6-3 that ended, as she was able to, stage a comeback win against Coco Gauff, who took a 4-1 lead in the first set. Unfortunately, she couldn't continue in terms of maintaining momentum, and you had Kasatkina storming back to lead by 6-5 before Coco Gauff forced a tie break. And on the tie break, it was Kasatkina who held the nerves to clinch that 8 points rather to 6. And the second set went the way of Kasatkina once again. So for Coco Gauff, it's 2 games into the WTA finals, and she has lost both games also in straight sets. That means she's now eliminated from the competition itself. It is her debut, and at the age of 18, it's understandable she will definitely have more opportunities barring any career-threatening injury. For Kasatkina, she's 1 win and 1 loss to the start of the competition. World number 1, Iga Swiatek, also played at the wee hours of today, and it was a straight sets victory for the Polish, defeating Carolina Garcia in straight sets, just as I said, 6-3, 6-2 that ended, as Swiatek has dropped just 10 games over the course of the 2 matches she has played, and she's into the semi-final of the competition. It will be interesting to see who gets the final spot. Talking about Daria Kasatkina taking on Caroline Garcia in the final match, which will be the decider. I'm talking about who becomes the runner-up to Iga Swiatek. For Swiatek, she's definitely the woman to beat at this point. Talking about the world number 1, there she is on your screen, and it's all about the confidence she has shown all through the season. Let's move away from there now, and still talking tennis. Let's turn our attention now to the Paris Masters, and that's about world number 1 Carlos Alcaraz, as well as Felix Auger-Aliassime, who has also progressed into the quarterfinals. Both men booking their places in the quarterfinals with straight sets victory. For Carlos Alcaraz, the world number 1, he was able to defeat Grigor Dimitrov, former world number 3, 6-1, 6-3 in straight sets, and he will take on Olga Rune in the quarterfinals of the competition. While for Felix Auger-Aliassime, he was able to defeat Gail Simon, who is on your screen, by the same scoreline, 6-1, 6-3, and it is the 15th successive win for the Canadian. The Canadian is definitely in fine form, has won 3 successive titles, and has a 15-match winning streak. If he's able to win the Paris Masters, it will be his 4th successive title. Remember, defending champion Novak Djokovic is still in the running and will be gunning for his 7th title right there at the Paris Masters. For Djokovic, he will be taking on Musentini, and that will be an interesting matchup. But it's all about Carlos Alcaraz and the man on your screen right now, talking about Felix Auger-Aliassime, who is on a hot streak of 15 matches right about now. Let's move away from there now and turn our attention now to basketball. And it's all about the NBA. The Golden State Warriors losing once again. And what exactly is wrong with the Warriors? That's the big question. You had Steve Kerr, the coach of the Warriors, talking about ringing the changes ahead of their last match. For the Warriors, they lost to the Golden State. They lost to the Orlando Magic, rather, 130 to 129 points. It was just a point difference, and that's despite Steph Curry exploding for 39 points, also amassing 9 assists. You had Klay Thompson as well contributing with 27 points, but that wasn't enough, as you had Suggs leading the lines for the Magic with 26 points and 9 dimes to get them through the finish line. For this Magic, it's just their 2nd win of the season, and surprisingly, it's coming against the defending champions. The Orlando Magic, are 2 wins and 7 losses to the start of the season, while Golden State Warriors, the defending champions, are 3 wins and 6 losses to the start of the season. More worrisome for the Warriors is the fact that they are yet to win an away game this season. All the 5 matches they've played on the road, they've lost all 5 games, and that's definitely worrisome for Steve Kerr, especially when you take into consideration that their next match will also be an away game right there on the road against the New Orleans Pelicans, who have the likes of Zion Williamson, CJ McCollum, to lead the lines. The Warriors definitely having a bad patch at this time. They've lost 4 successive matches. Let's see if they can stop the rot, but it will be difficult as their defense is definitely culpable for the losses this time around. The offensive aspect of the game is not in question as they are contributing, their own quota, but defensively, the Warriors are all over the place at this point. Let's see if Steve Kerr would ring the changes and bring about a change. Still talking about basketball, the Denver Nuggets were also in action at the way out of today, and it was reigning MVP Nikola Jokic who had a triple-double to lead, the Nuggets past the Oklahoma City Thunder. You had Aaron Gordon top scoring for the Nuggets with 27 points. You had Jamal Murray with 24 points as well. And you had Nikola Jokic, the reigning MVP, with a triple-double, as I said earlier, 15 points, 13 rebounds, and 13 assists to go with that. And for Nikola Jokic, it is his 79th career triple-double, and the 27-year-old is definitely in fine form. He also surpassed Will Chamberlain when it comes to career triple-doubles. Remember, Lakers' Russell Westbrook tops that stats with 194 career triple-doubles. You also have LeBron James on that list with 105. Nikola Jokic, 79 career triple-doubles thus far. Let's see if he's able to at least surpass LeBron James or hit the heights of Russell Westbrook as time goes on. For the Nuggets, there are 5 wins and 3 losses to the start of the season, while for Oklahoma City Thunder, it's 4 wins and 4 losses to the start of the season. Gilgeous Alexander top scored for them with 37 points. Lou Dort contributed 19 points as well, but it still wasn't enough for them to get through. Still talking about basketball, Kyrie Irving. That's the name that has been on the lips of so many people over the last 5-6 days, talking about the controversy that he brings along. On the court, no doubt about his talent, but off it, that's where the concern is. And for the Brooklyn Nets, that's the NBA franchise he plays for. They've suspended him for at least 5 games without pay, and that's because of his reluctance to to stand against anti-Semitism. He had opportunities to address the media. He had opportunities given to him by the franchise to, stand against anti-Semitism, but he refused to do that. And that's as a result of, the post he made on social media last week, where he tweeted about a movie and a book which is titled Hebrews to Negroes, Wake Up Black America. That's a book and a movie that has several anti-Semitic, jibes in there. And as a role model, not just in the world of sports, but globally, he's expected to stand by a moral code and do not, propagate anti-Semitic messages. He refused to do that during the press conference after the loss to the Indiana Pacers, and you had Adam Silver, the commissioner of the NBA, right there on your screen, talking about meeting with Kyrie Irving next week to address some of these concerns. You also had the NBA Players Association releasing a statement saying they're against anti-Semitism despite Irving not responding. Well, Irving released the statement about 4 hours after his franchise suspended him, and he apologized to the Jewish community for how they felt concerning that post, but it was still short of a personal apology in terms of taking responsibility and condemning in totality his anti-Semitic post, and more importantly making a firm statement about his stance and belief against anti-Semitism. Well, it's just what it is. Kyrie Irving, as I said earlier, great guy on the court, but off it comes with so much, a whole lot of baggage, controversy. It will be seen if the Brooklyn Nets will continue with the relationship, as it were. Well, let's turn our attention now to boxing, and it's all about the super middleweight division of boxing. Yes, good news. Top fighters in that division, Caleb Plant as well as David Benavidez, have now agreed and also signed the contract to fight one another, or each other rather, and that will take place in the first quarter of 2023. A venue as well as a date has not been confirmed, but both boxers on their various social media pages confirmed that they have agreed and signed the contracts to fight each other. For David Benavidez, you know, he's a top guy with 26 wins in 26 fights, 23 of them coming the way of knockouts. In other words, he's undefeated and has 23 knockouts from 26 matches. While for Caleb Plant, he has won 22 matches out of 23. His only loss is to, Canelo Alvarez, and that was way back as 2 years ago, last year rather. Caleb Plant is coming on the heels of an impressive victory over Anthony Dira, where he knocked him out in the 11th round, and this will definitely be a blockbuster. Whoever wins this, you feel, should have a shot at Canelo Alvarez in terms of the undisputed title when it comes to the super middleweight category.